Hi there, my name is Preston. Thanks for stopping by the shop. Thought I'd shoot a quick video and show you what I've been up to. Well, what we got here is the old shop TV cabinet. This cabinet hung on a wall over here. Has been there for, gosh, 8 or 9 years. And inside this side over here was this little 19-inch television. I custom made a little articulating arm and a VESA mount for it. And it was in this cabinet half over here with a fold-up door. Let me get the door. This is actually the other door, but that's okay. This is one of the doors. And they're hinged at the top and had gas assist cylinders and came up this direction like so. I like doing glass stuff, including leaded glass, so hence the fancy doors. But anyways, this is where my TV went, and you can swing it out, you can see it. But two things have happened. Actually, one thing's happened. I got older, and my eyes have gotten worse. And I enjoy sitting in the shop, especially in the wintertime with the fire going, kicking back in one of the recliners that's behind the camera right now. And if I'm not working on a project, I'll sit here and try and watch a little television, maybe a race, whatever's on. This TV just got to the point where it was too small. I wanted something bigger. And that led me to the opportunity to do something I've always wanted to do, which was some kind of a lift. But that presented challenges, because I didn't want to lift the TV out of the cabinet, a bigger TV. Didn't want to lift it out of the cabinet because that would have put the TV way up there in the air. I wanted it to the height this cabinet is, which is standing up about head height. So I decided, instead of lifting the TV, let's lift the cabinet. And this is what I came up with. That cabinet right there. A little taller than the old one, but same width, fits right in between the others. It's actually a little shallower. This cabinet's about 14 inches deep with the face frame. That was another difference. The other ones are frameless. And lifting the cabinet, and if some of you have been watching on Instagram, following S-Bird Ranch on Instagram, you'll see what it does. Once all the way up at the appropriate height, I now have a 40-inch television, and I can see this. You can see the cabinet's a little bigger. Well, let's put a tape on it real quick. Tell you exactly how big it is. Width of the cabinet here is 48 3/4 inches. That just happened to be the size that was here before, so I built to that. The height of the cabinet is 32 inches. And there's enough room inside here if I wanted to put a 40-inch TV, I think I could get to about a 45-inch TV. It would just fit. But the height up here, it would almost be a little hidden behind the cabinet. Didn't really want that. I could lower it to the bottom a little bit more if I screwed it to the back wall. I didn't really want to do that. So a 40 was plenty. And it fits real nice. I'm real pleased with it. It's got a pair of 28-inch full extension drawer slides on each side. And the lifts are 24-inch. So 28-inch slides and 24-inch lifts. And you can just see the lift there behind the slide. And I mounted them with the motors up so that when the cabinet went up, you couldn't see the motors and it was less visually obtrusive. And I'll show you what the motors look like. Easier to see on the other side. See if I can raise the camera up here. There's the motor assembly at the top of the cabinet. And the outer cylinder, and then the piston, for lack of a better term, is all you see once the cabinet's up. Very unobtrusive. Very solid. It does not shake or rattle or anything like that. No chance of anything falling off. And in fact, I'd like to put my backhoe up on the very tip top of it. I think it'll just clear the ceiling up there when it's all the way up. That'd be kind of cool. Got a coiled cord that takes the power up. They're 12-volt motorized lifts, bought them off eBay. And the other thing about the lifts is they're not attached in any way. You can see the bottom is sitting in a little pocket in a block of wood, and the top is the exact same way. And I cut the spacer up at the top. We'll look back up here at this one again. I cut that spacer to be just the right size. But I can literally lift the cabinet and take the cylinders out if I want. There's nothing holding them in but gravity. The other reason for the cabinet is because I do woodworking in this part of the shop, and dust and electronics doesn't go so well. So the more I could keep TV out of the dust, the better. When the cabinet comes down shut, the top is oversized a little bit up here, and it comes down, and you can see the top that's above the television. It does two things. The top above the television gives structural integrity to the cabinet itself, but also that keeps out the dust. And then I used a piece of rubber roofing, which you can see laying across the top there. I used that piece of rubber roofing as a dust seal. So when it's closed, the TV is completely out of the dust. If we look with it closed, you can see she's sealed up all the way across. The cylinders have limit switches, top and bottom, built into them, so they just stop. Little rocker switch under the cabinet. There's the rocker switch. The drawer section, I call it, because it's kind of like a vertical drawer. The drawer section is 3/4 inch birch veneer plywood with a solid maple face frame. Most of it's pocket hole screwed, at least the larger stuff. And then for the rods going across here, this is all one solid piece from one end to the other, right through the middle. And if you look real close, it's actually hex. Just happens to be what I had. I had pieces long enough to go all the way across, so threw a hole in the middle, and I just flexed it a little bit on one side and popped it in the blind holes, and away she went. The little cubbies at the bottom, what are they for? Well, as yet undetermined. If I'd have taken that vertical space and just divided it into two shelves, it just would have been a waste of space. You can see how much room there is right now above spray cans. There's a ton of room. So I thought, you know what, I'll put some little cubbies down here and I'll figure something out. I think I'm gonna make little drawers that go in there, just little wooden drawers that slide in without any guides or anything like that. Maybe put some of the fasteners that get used the most in the shop inside them. Who knows? Time will tell. The back of the cabinet is this same white backsplash that I use for all of my door centers. it acts as a fairly good and super cheap whiteboard, as you can see over there. Don't plan on doing whiteboard stuff on it, but if you back up, it makes it all blend in real nice. So that was the reason for using the white. The fact that it was easy, well, that was just a bonus. Something else is on the positioning of the drawer slides. On the positioning of the drawer slides, what I did is I put them in at a little bit of an angle. They actually tip forward at the top just a little bit. I think I measured it at about 12 thousandths. The first one was arbitrary. I measured it and made the second one match. And the reason I did that was so as soon as the drawer starts going vertical, it starts pulling away just a little bit. I wanted to do that to make sure that if there were any inconsistencies or movement or stuff like that in that gap, that it wouldn't be a bind for the entire travel up. That seems to be working out really well. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by. My name is Preston, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's watch TV. Oh, that looks like a good channel.